We're just days away now from the first legal sports bets being placed in the state of Kentucky. Retail gambling launches here on Thursday. WDRB's Dalton Godby looking at just how much money the state stands to rake in. Dalton?
Well, Kentucky could make millions of dollars by the end of the year off of sports bets placed at sports books that will be at places like Derby City Gaming here downtown, because that will be taxed. We took a look at some of the surrounding states and what they made when they launched sports betting. When Kentuckians hit the wager windows this week, both Kentuckians and the state itself will have a chance to cash in on bets. Thursday begins retail betting, in-person wagers at approved horse racing tracks and gaming facilities.
People are going to see kiosks there. There might be a couple windows like you might see at a sports book in Las Vegas, but for the most part, you're going to see these kiosk type machines where you insert money and bet on what you want.
The state is poised to make a profit from these wagers. Kentucky will tax retail sports books at 9.75% and mobile sports books at 14.25%. We compared that to neighboring states with legal sports betting, like Ohio, where the tax rate is 20%, and Indiana, where the rate is 9.5%. We also looked at the success of Indiana and Ohio in their first months of legal wagering. Hoosiers wagered $35.2 million in retail, and Ohioans wagered around $1.1 billion. But Kentucky's opening numbers may not resemble either, considering mobile betting won't start until later this month on the 28th.
Part of that is because you're going to have a 3-week period where you only have retail betting, and then it launches fully online, which is when the vast majority of any state's sports betting revenue comes into play.
Sports betting expert Stephen Andrus says Kentucky, as a state, will be poised to bring in millions in tax revenue by the end of the year.
Once the market becomes more mature, the projections are going to look more like $250 million annually in gross gaming revenue by 2027. And with that in mind, you're looking at more than $30 million a year in tax revenue generated from that.
The profits received from taxing Kentucky sports betting will also be placed into Kentucky's pension fund. Scott, that will help provide benefits like retirement, insurance, and other things as well.
Yeah, just really a few weeks away from using the phone to maybe bet on a cornhole tournament on ESPN in a state where a lot of people didn't think it would pass. Thanks, Dalton.